Hallo zusammen, I'm your Vlog Dave. Some of you might have already joined me in taking the USA quiz a few weeks ago, and today I'd like to ask you some questions about my homeland, Germany. This quiz features 10 questions about various things related to Deutschland. And of course I'd also like to know how you did afterwards, so if you want to tell me in the comments, well, feel free to do so. Alright, let's begin. Of course you know Germany as Germany, and that's the common way people refer to Deutschland. But do you know the official full title of Germany in English? And as a bonus question, do you know the official German title of Germany as well? As you might know, Germany as a country does consist of multiple states. Do you know how many Bundesländer, how many states there are in Germany? Now to a bit of history. In which time period, meaning during which years, meaning from when to when, did World War II happen? And even a bit more history. When did Germany actually reunite and became the country it is today? Let's even go a tad more in depth. What was the official name of the former country known as East Germany? I'm asking for the English title primarily, but the German name works fine too. Some older folks of you might remember this specifically. What was the previous currency in Germany before the euro took effect and became the current currency? The current currency, sounds funny. Well, this one might be a bit easier. What is the typical temperature unit in Germany? Alright, let's continue with a few right or wrong questions. Which of these statements is or are true? And which of these statements is or are false? And last but not least, yes, you've already made it to the end, who is the current head of state in Germany? Might also be quite easy, I don't know. Okie dokie, so now let's move on to the correct answers. What is the official full title of Germany in English? It's the Federal Republic of Germany. And the official full German title is Bundesrepublik Deutschland, which pretty much is a literal translation of the former one. How many states are there in Germany? As you might know, or as you might have learned from the first question, Germany is a federal state and it consists of 16 states, the so-called Bundesländer. It's das Bundesland Singular, die Bundesländer Plural. During which period of time did World War II happen? Der Zweite Weltkrieg, which is the German term, happened from 1939 to 1945. When did Germany actually reunite and became the country it is today? Even though Die Mauer, the wall, which separated East from West Germany, fell in 1989, Germany reunited to one single country in 1990, 1 year later. If you want to learn more about this historic event and the more recent past of Germany, watch my video about the national German holiday, the German Unity Day, Tag der Deutschen Einheit. Find a clickable thumbnail to that video at the end of this video, in the end card that is. What was the official name of the former country known as East Germany? You might have heard of or be familiar with the English short form GDR, the German Democratic Republic. And again, you can see the German name of this former country as a literal translation, Deutsche Demokratische Republik. What was the previous currency in Germany before the euro took effect? That was the so-called Deutsche Mark. We Germans usually refer to it by saying D-Mark though, or even shorter, Mark. It was the official German currency from 1948 to 2001. And by the way, the term Deutschmark, which you might know, is only popular in English-speaking countries, not in Germany. What is the typical temperature unit in Germany? Well, that is degrees Celsius, which is funny because Celsius was a Swedish, well, scientist so to speak, and the temperature unit Fahrenheit, which is commonly used in the US and a couple of other states, not too many more though, that was pretty much invented or created by a German. And once again, if you want to learn more about common German units, whether it be clothing sizes, speed, distances and whatnot, you can watch my German lesson on exactly that. Again, find a clickable thumbnail at the end of this video. Hooray! Alright, which of these statements is or are true? And what about question number 9? There are two false statements. It's the first and the third, meaning the last one. And the last question. Well, I said it might be easy, but it might actually have been tricky, and I might have actually tricked you. Because if you thought that Angela Merkel is the current head of state in Germany, that is wrong. She's the chancellor, but that doesn't make her head of state. The Bundespräsident, because that is Frank-Walter Steinmeier. So even though in comparison the chancellor has more power, or like active and direct power, the head of state, the president of Germany, is Frank-Walter Steinmeier. And of course, I've already made a video about German politics as well. It's pretty much about how German politics work and how the system, the political system in Germany is structured and organized. I hope you've enjoyed this little Germany quiz, and if you have enjoyed this quiz, please leave a like and spread the word about my channel about the German language and culture, because that is indeed something that helps the channel grow the most. Thanks for your support and for doing that in advance. I'm your Vlog Dave. Tschüss und bis zum nächsten Mal.